Hey everyone, welcome back to another Unfoodable feature. I'm your host, Layla Harrison, and today we're exploring an exclusive trend to hit the market. One that takes waiting for your flight at an airport to a whole new level. Thanks to the clever marketing at Westward Whiskey in Oregon, travelers can now get a taste of the local scene while they're waiting and browsing at the airport. Westward Whiskey is the first distillery in the world to offer a standalone tasting room at an international airport. And today I have the pleasure of speaking with Westward's CEO and founder, Thomas Mooney. Hey Tom, how you doing?
I'm very well. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Thanks so much for joining us. Before we kind of kick things off, why don't you tell us a little bit about Westward Whiskey?
Happy to. We are the largest whiskey distillery in Oregon. We're actually the largest craft distillery on the West Coast as well.
You're one of the first airport tasting rooms ever in Portland International Airport. And, we're kind of dying to know over here, what was your motivation and inspiration behind the concept of a standalone tasting room inside of an airport?
Yeah, our tasting room at PDX Airport has been a really great addition to our business and a fantastic way to connect with people who love whiskey and travel, which there are many. Instead of the public coming to visit us, we go visit them at the highest traffic location in the state and one of the highest in the country.
Off the top of your head, ballpark, do you have a number of, how many people are passing through PDX a year?
Yeah, it's approximately 20 million.
That is an incredible number. And what has that done for your market reach?
Yeah, it has been a really wonderful opportunity to meet people, to offer an immersive experience of who we are and what the Westward brand is and what our products are like. And really, that gives us an opportunity to tell our story, and it gives them a story they can take home.
So what does that whole process entail for a visiting traveler?
Of course, it would be in almost every respect like visiting us at our tasting room. Our industry has really been revolutionized over the last, let's say, 10 to 20 years by independent craft producers. And so we live in a golden era in terms of choice of incredible, innovative spirits for consumers. But we also live at a time when it's very difficult for some of these products to get to market. A project like our tasting room or anything similar to that is really a bridge that connects the public who is looking for spectacular craft spirits, and both can come together in this one place or in places like our tasting room.
Yeah, absolutely. So we actually have two samples here of the Westward Whiskey products. The first one that I'm super excited to crack into is the American Single Malt Whiskey. Tom, what can you tell us about this product?
Westward is one of the pioneers of single malt whiskey produced in the United States. It's obviously an expression of whiskey that is popular throughout, but one that historically we did not produce much of in the U.S. But in particular of doing so in a way that builds on craft beer heritage. If you begin with fantastic ingredients, if you treat them right, if you make your product patiently, you're going to get something much better in the end. We believe that's a big part of the magic of Westward.
It was sort of robust, and there was some sweetness that lingered after on my palate, but overall this was a great first taste test of the two bottles we have here.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, we're going to move right along to this other one, which I'm actually really excited about because isn't it an Oregon exclusive product?
It is out of the gate, and it will be available to the public nationally by the end of the year. And this is, I would say, the next logical step for a malt whiskey distillery that is rooted in beer heritage. And essentially, this is mature Westward whiskey that we would have normally bottled in our black label product. When we empty a barrel of that product to fill our core American single malt whiskey bottles, we'll send that barrel to one of a number of partner breweries in Oregon who use that barrel to produce their stout beer. And so that barrel will live at the brewery up to a year. help that brewery make their stout. They'll release the stout, and once that happens, they'll send the barrel back to us, and then we'll fill it with already mature Westward that will spend another 9 to 12 months, in that cask, really preserving that original, great Westward flavor, but adding a layer of, a fantastic cult Oregon stout. Robust, rich stout flavor has made it a cult favorite already.
I can see why it's a favorite. I'm sad it's limited edition, but I also can't wait until it's released nationally so I can get myself another bottle of this.
I'm glad you enjoyed it, and I promise we're working hard to get it to you.
Besides your tasting rooms, is there anywhere else people can go to kind of learn more about your products or, purchase some more of their own?
Yeah, we are widely distributed within the state of Oregon, and then nationally, wherever there are great spirits and wherever you have a retailer or a bar manager or bartender who loves to explore and loves to share what they discover with their shoppers or guests, you'll find us.
Well, that was all really great information. Thank you so much again for joining us and sharing with us your story and the story of Westward Whiskey.
Thank you so much. I love the opportunity to do it.
So for all of our viewers at home with any questions, comments, or maybe a show idea, feel free to shoot those over to us at producer@foodabletv.com. Again, I'm your host, Layla Harrison, and cheers.